Today on Eagle Nation News, Brenna Gibbons highlights a varsity athlete who decided to kick off a campaign for a good cause.
Kashida Kama lets us in on some safety concerns raised from movie theaters across the nation after an anticipated movie's release.
And finally, most musical artists strive to produce a music video with a message. Lauren Womack will be highlighting one of those artists and their newest video.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Wednesday, October 9th. I'm Grant Johnson.
And I'm Julia Bizion.
Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation allows its athletes to organize fundraisers for every point that they scored during their games. One of Prosper's own athletes decided to host one of these fundraisers.
Brenna Gibbons sat down with junior Brad Larson to discover what motivated him to create his fundraiser. Take a look.
Unlike most high school varsity football players, Brad Larson has not played his whole life.
I used to live in a different state, and so football wasn't like that big. I used to play soccer, so football wasn't too big. And so then I moved to Texas, and I said, like, why not try football in Texas and get the experience, you know? And so now I'm doing something with it, so it's cool. It's a brotherhood. It's very, like we're all together as one, so that's probably my favorite part of it.
Just like Larson learned to adapt to the Texas culture, Brad's family had to learn to adapt to an obstacle they would have never foreseen.
It was before the age of 1. I was diagnosed with AML. It's a rare form of leukemia.
He was 6 weeks old when he was diagnosed. Well, when we found out, we were devastated, to say the least. He had a very rare type, which usually does not affect kids that don't have Down syndrome, which was strange because he's not even a carrier of Down syndrome. But it was extremely rare and extremely hard to get rid of.
Brad took his past and created a means to help others.
So Kicking with the Cause, it's a fundraiser I started. For each point I score on the field, it donates a certain amount of money towards childhood cancer. I figured that I can actually make a difference with kicking based off having that in my background. So I can raise money for a good cause.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Prosper.
A mother of 3 in Richardson, Texas, was taking her children to a park as part of her daily routine and was live on Facebook sharing the walk. Terror struck as 2 late teen men approached the woman demanding her cell phone. When the mother refused, the men began to threaten her and even tried to kidnap one of her children, all while the mother was still live streaming. Richardson police are now using images and the recording of the live stream to identify and arrest the 2 young men. The mother reminds others like herself to, quote, never let their guard down.
An armed robber attempted to break into an Apple store yesterday morning in Dallas. His plans to rob the Apple store were derailed by a security guard who ended up fatally shooting the robber. The Apple store did remain closed yesterday as it was an active crime scene. The past 2 days we have been experiencing some cooler weather, and now Maya Peterson is here to inform us on what the temperatures for the rest of the week will look like. Maya?
Like you said, Grant, it has been a little cooler, meaning we're getting close to sweater season. As you can see, today it is partly cloudy with a high of 77 degrees, accompanied by a mild breeze with the wind being 12 miles per hour. Looking to the week, the temperatures will start to rise, but this will be short-lived as Friday we are expecting some rain and a high of 59 degrees. So if you do have classes in the portables or attending Friday Night Lights at Jesuit, make sure to bring an umbrella, maybe a poncho. With your fast forecast, I'm Maya Peterson. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Maya. Now let's kick it over to Michael Vandershoot with a Game Time Sports Update.
Thank you, Julia. Last night, our volleyball team matched up against McKinney and cruised over them, winning 3-0. They won the first set 25-13, the second set 25-14, and the third set 25-21. The win gives them a 19-7 overall record, and they remain undefeated in district play as they move to 7-0. Sammy Jacobs led the team with a whopping 12 kills, 21 digs, 13 serves, and 19 receptions. Bailey Birmingham got 5 kills and 3 blocks. Mackenzie Jefferson got 3 aces, 15 serves, and 7 digs, and Jasmine Ford got 2 aces, 8 serves, and 14 assists. Their next game is against Plano East on Friday, starting at 5:30 over in Plano East High School. They currently own an egregious 6-21 overall record and are winless in our district, so head on over to support our volleyball team as they have a good shot at winning this one. Moving on to a coach who is well known for being the head coach of Baylor University's football team from 2008-2015, Art Briles, who is currently head coach of Mount Vernon High School, was facing the possibility of forfeiting up to 5 games after a district executive committee ruled on Tuesday that 2 of their players were ineligible for the next 2 games against Jefferson and Atlanta High School. But the UIL stated at 10:45 today that Mount Vernon won't face the possibility of forfeiting any games after ruling 2 players ineligible on Tuesday. These players were Brock and Cameron Neller, the 2 quarterbacks on the team, and they will still be suspended, but again, they won't forfeit any games. And whoever will be playing quarterback in their next few games is to be decided. Their football team is currently 5-0, so they're off to a remarkable start, and the suspensions of the quarterbacks will be a detrimental loss. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for a recap of sports from this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Michael. When we return, Kashida Kama has more on the conspired shootings after a recent movie release.
Stay tuned.
October 15th to 18th are homecoming dress-up days. On that week, Monday is a no-school day, Tuesday is tacky tourist, Wednesday is twin day, Thursday is pajama day, and Friday is spirit day. Make sure that you don't forget these homecoming dress-up days.
Attacks at movie theaters are not a common occurrence, but law enforcement has shown concerns for the opening week of the newest DC movie.
Kashida Kama traveled to Cinemark Cut to discuss the safety concerns surrounding the new Joker movie. Take a look.
The new Joker movie came out this weekend, and as exciting as it is for a new DC movie, there has been a higher amount of security across movie theaters around the nation for this opening weekend. Threats were posted online of calls made possible of mass shooting threats, and ever since the heartbreaking 2012 mass shooting in Colorado after The Dark Knight Rises midnight showing, this is taken with extra precaution, such as theaters banning mask and face paint for audiences. The movie increases possible people to be violent as the movie is based around a killer clown and groups that have referred to themselves as clownsicles to attack. Police officers have been around the area keeping it safe. Be sure to be safe when going to the movies this weekend and throughout the week. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kashida Kama. Prosper.
Now Lauren Womack is here in studio with your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Riverdale Season 4 is premiering tomorrow night. The cast says this season will be like no other. Stars talked with The Today Show about how the show won't be the same without Luke Perry, who played Archie's dad, and even gave a little sneak peek of how the season will start. Maroon 5 released their new music video for their single Memories in honor of their late manager, Jordan Feldstein, who died in 2017. At the end of the video, the words, "For Jordy," flash across the screen. He was not only manager of Maroon 5, but longtime friend of lead singer Adam Levine, and was the founder and CEO of Career Artist Management, and helped the band and Adam conquer the music world. Be sure to take our Twitter poll if you plan on watching Riverdale Season 4, and if you have watched Maroon 5's new music video. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News, and check out our website, eaglenation.net, to watch previous episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Julia Bizion.
And I'm Grant Johnson. Live long and prosper.